Do you know what changes in your home actually make you money when you sell? It's a good question, right? Well, today I'm going to walk you through before and after examples so you don't waste a dime on the wrong stuff. I've walked through countless homes hearing exactly what buyers love and also what turns them off. And I'm telling you right now, small updates done correctly can make a huge difference. Now, if you're watching this and your partner is saying, we don't need to change a thing, this house is absolutely fine, take a beat and go grab them. Seriously, I'm gonna pause. Press it down now. Okay, we're all together now, right? Here's the thing, guys. Nobody cares how long you've lived in the house and how many memories are on the walls. I know you do, but what buyers want is something that looks great right now. They want modern and up to date. And if it is not staged to sell, they're mentally deducting money as they are walking through every room of your house. Trust me, this happens every single time. So before we go too far, I want to tell you about a free seller's playbook that I put together for you. It lays out everything that's in this video, and it's a guide that'll walk you through the entire process. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description so you could get it immediately. Are you ready for your first example? Okay, look at these listing photos. There's a lot of clutter everywhere and it still looks like their house. It feels like their space, not your space or your buyer's space, I should say. Not a fan. They need to imagine themselves sitting on the couch enjoying the TV with their spouse or partner. Buyers want to visualize their life in your current home. They want to walk in and feel the house, an emotional connection to the house. So how do we create that emotion? I'm going to tell you exactly what to do in this scenario. First off, you definitely want to ditch the extra furniture clutter. And you also may want to consider rotating the layout. Make sure we have neutral accents, something fresh that is current and modern. Trust me, it will make a world of difference. Okay, let's get real for a second here. When I say stage your home, I don't mean drop $5,000 renting staging furniture or hiring a new designer to come through and change everything in your house. Really what I mean here is edit, simplify, and arrange with a purpose. That, my friend, is the formula that you want to use. Less is always more. If it's not adding to the space, you really want to take a beat and subtract any extra items to avoid that clutter feel. That includes maybe your oversized recliner, family photos. You know the montage of family photos we all have? Yeah, you want to take all those photos down because it's not your family that's living in the house anymore. It's going to be their family. So do you stage your artwork and make sure that you have air quotes around fake family in the pictures? Maybe, or maybe it's just pictures of roses and landscapes that you've enjoyed throughout the years in your home. We are trying to sell your house, not your memories. And if there's anything that you take away from this video, it's that. We are trying to sell your house, not your memories. Okay, so the first tip was to declutter. The second tip is to anchor your space. Every single room needs a focal point. In the living room, that might be a fireplace you have, or maybe just very clean seating arrangements that are around a rug in your living room, something that makes sense. Maybe in the bedroom, it's your bed. It's definitely not the treadmill with all the clothes on top of it in the corner. Yeah, that not so much. It's also not that work from home space that you have maybe cluttering your nightstand. Let's make sure that we strip all of that out of your house. We want people to shop the home and make sure that they feel like they can envision themselves in every single room. That's why every room needs that anchor. So how do we do it? Let's move a mirror from the hallway to maybe the bedroom. Let's borrow a lamp from the guest room and put it in your entryway. Maybe you're pulling neutral pillows from a couch that you have upstairs and throwing it downstairs in a bedroom possibly, just to freshen up the look. Here's the headline for you. It's about rearranging and not respending. I don't want you to waste thousands of dollars on staging your home. I want you to repurpose to make sure that you are getting the full value for your property. If something needs to be added, maybe a pop of color with greenery or plants, maybe it's just a nice throw blanket to add to the ambiance of a room. Here's where you should go. Not to the expensive stores. You could easily get this stuff at Home Goods or Target, Walmart. Don't overthink it. They have plenty of things that, if placed properly in your home, will look like $1 million. The goal is to look like a catalog. That's right, look like a catalog, but you don't have to live in one. You want to think to yourself, let's be Instagram ready. Every single room, everybody, should look good in a photo. You're not just staging for the person who walks through your door. Think again. You are actually staging for their first impression online. Here's a stat that you should know. 90% of buyers are making up their minds when they're seeing the first photos on the internet. Staging should make a room feel livable, not like a movie set. So we want to make sure it's universal. Those are the pictures that they are going to feel an emotional connection to. Your home should appeal to as many people as possible with neutral colors, neutral tones, clear pathways to walk, and taking you out of that space as well. You want to make sure that you have full movement throughout the entirety of your home. Okay, let's talk about some nitty-gritty stuff. We're going to tackle the kitchen, yes, a little bit of a bigger ticket item. We're also going to talk about your floor and then also curb appeal. So let's start off with flooring. For the love of resale value, if you have hardwood floors under very old carpet, pull up the carpet. It will reap thousands of dollars more. It gives the buyers the potential of what your home could look like. It allows them to envision that space in a brand new way. Nobody will be paying top dollar to inherit your old carpet that has been stomped on since the 90s. It's not happening. So let's alleviate that concern, because the buyers are already ticking through their mind, I gotta pull up the carpet, what kind of floor do they have underneath? Let's strip that from their imagination and do it for them. So show your hardwood floors, even if they're not finished, it will add value to your home. Okay, next up, let's talk about window treatments. Do you really need to revamp every single window treatment? Absolutely not. However, you want to make sure that you're thinking about the valances and also what type of drapery is there. Because if it's old and ragged, get rid of it now. It's a quick, easy fix to Target or to Walmart, $50 in, and you could have a brand new look for your space. Also, something to note, the darker the drapery, the more enclosed your house will feel. So think light colors, think maybe light textures. Sometimes they have that see-through white that is so appealing and it opens up the eye. Since we're talking about windows, let's also address the lighting inside of a room, because we all know that a dark room instantly makes us feel like that room is smaller, that it's older, and all in all, just less inviting. So how do we fix that? Well, the good news is that you don't need to hire a contractor to open up the walls or call an electrician to change the vibe of a space. Instead, try this. Replace all of your old bulbs with soft white LEDs. Make sure it's not the cold blue ones. You also want to make sure that every light bulb is the same type of light, so there's continuity in your space. Something else that you could do is add a couple of modern lamps in those darker corners of the room. It'll make a huge difference. And listen, if you're up for it, I'm not saying spend a lot of money, but you could also take rid of those old light fixtures and add fresh new ones, maybe even add recessed lighting to your space. Lighting changes everything. It makes it feel warmer, open, and all in all, a fresh, new, modern space to be in. So we talked about flooring, we talked about what to do with your windows. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. What to do about your kitchen. I know, it's daunting, but I'm gonna give you easy ways to revamp your kitchen to make it look more alive and modern for less money. Cabinets, cabinets, cabinets. Do you resurface your cabinet? Do you paint it white? Well, it really all depends. It depends on the quality of the cabinet. It's possible that if you have really good wood, full wood, not just the laminate, right, where you're stripping it, if you have good quality wood, you could revamp that and then paint it over for a fresh new look. Add some new handles, new hardware, and boom, you got a fresh new kitchen. Now, if you have cabinets that are not that high quality, maybe you think, let's paint it a little darker versus lighter. You'll need more coats if you're going the opposite way. Do you have to paint your cabinets? Not always. If they're high quality, maybe you don't have to. If they're dated and the rest of the house is trying to be of a modern style, you're not fooling everybody and you do have to change the kitchen. You want to paint them, swap out the hardware, and then boom, you have a fresh kitchen just like that. By the way, let's talk about changing hardware because it makes a huge difference. Don't underestimate that. Same cabinets, new paint, and handles makes for a completely different look in your kitchen, and it could reap tens of thousands of dollars. So we talked about flooring, we talked about your windows, we tackled the kitchen together. Now let's go outside. Let's talk about curb appeal. Listen guys, it doesn't need to be fancy. Just make it look clean and cared for. How do you do that? Well, you pull up the weeds, you trim the hedges, you sweep or pressure wash the driveway and the sidewalk in front of your house. If you've got a welcome mat that's more, shall we say, well-worn and not so welcoming, make sure you swap that out. I'm telling you, these are the little things, the small things that truly matter because they set the tone for the entire showing and virtual showing of your home. As soon as you walk through the doors, that's when the magic is going to happen. Buyers make up their minds so fast nowadays, sometimes before the showing even starts. So that's why we want to make sure the exteriors are top notch. You want their first impression to say, this home is clean and ready to go for its new family. Here's one more thing that doesn't cost a dime. You ready? Clean like there's no tomorrow. Yes, you want to clean like it's showtime. And I mean that deep clean that everyone hates, the baseboards behind the toilet, that kind of clean. And I know what you're thinking right now. Michelle, I have a family, I have children, I have tons of toothpaste in my bathroom sink. How am I going to maintain this type of cleanliness? So here's my advice for you. If it's within your budget, purchase a one-time deep clean of your home. Trust me, this is for your sanity and to save you time. If you could do it, this is worth the cost. After that deep clean, then you have the freedom to maintain it because now you can maintain that cleanliness. And here's how you do it. You have disinfectant wipes at the ready and buckets or containers nearby all of the hot spots of your home. When you have a showing, you swipe it all down into those buckets so that your home is instantly clutter-free and show ready. Remember, buyers don't just see whether a home's been maintained, they actually feel it, they smell it, they use all of their senses to make a decision. And they are making an assumption about your home, whether you like it or not. So a sparkling clean house tells people that it has been well cared for. And if it's been well cared for, it gives them confidence. And that confidence turns into offers. The last thing I want to talk to you about is paint. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it because I feel as if everybody knows this already. But for the sake of saying it one more time, paint is one of the easiest and cheapest ways to freshen up your space. Make sure it is a neutral paint so that everybody can come into your home and enjoy the aesthetics without saying, look at that red wall over there. We don't want that, right? So fresh paint, make sure there's no scuff marks on your baseboards, and you're good to go. Look, guys, this stuff really isn't hard, right? But what it is strategic. And that strategy will either make you money or cost you tens of thousands if you ignore the list that we just went through. I know you might be feeling overwhelmed. So what do you do first? Number one, start with the playbook. Check out the videos that we have linked to this. And number two, you want to make sure that you subscribe to this channel so you can get the most updated information for the best ways for you to sell your house at top dollar. And then number three, I'm always here for you. I welcome a Zoom consult any day of the week. You send me the pictures of your home. We create a strategy that meets your needs specifically for your market.